Hey guys, we are Streamcast. Andy here,
Isaac.
and we're just gonna cover this week in gaming.
Can't wait.
Speaking of minis, Nintendo.
Your penis.
No, actually, it's actually. I don't know. We're gonna cut that out. I was not expecting that. This is a serious platform. What the hell?
As you were saying.
Hello and welcome to the Streamcast, your one-stop shop for all things gaming. Strap on your party hat and get your party poppers primed because it's episode 100.
Me.
Yeah.
Why do you tell me to bring a party hat? Can I wear my Luigi hat?
Yeah,
There
go on.
you go. I've got my party hat on. You should have told me beforehand.
I have a happy 30th birthday banner, but I don't think this works in this situation. So we'll just make do.
With it being such a huge milestone, because it's also our 5th birthday as a brand, we thought what better time to look back at the lows, the highs, the chaos, and some of my favorite people of all. I'm Blackamura, joined by Akira, the beautiful, the smart Akira, talented, and the tantalizing Troy over here as well.
You know, when you say beautiful, I thought he was going to say me. I thought he was going to be like, yeah, the beautiful Troy. I thought, wow, what's happening here? But okay, I'll take tantalizing.
You're also beautiful, Troy.
Thank you. It feels forced now because I've made my statement, but thank you.
It's not forced. It's not
I'll
forced.
accept
I would
it.
not say it
I'm
if I did not believe
anything.
it. I'm not a
accepting
liar.
anything I can take. It's okay.
I mean,
That's right.
He also only got like one descriptor. I got like 3.
Because
I'm not
people
trying
are
to compete.
talking over me.
I'm not trying to compete.
chatting.
I'm just saying, I thought, the beautiful's for me, but it's all right.
So, I think we're all beautiful.
Yeah, that's how it felt, kind of. But I'll take it.
Well, it wouldn't be a party without some crashes because we've got an OG member, one of my best friends, and I think we can all agree one of the best people that we know. The one, the only, Isaac.
Hello. What did you say about strapping on? What kind of party is this?
Not that type of party, please.
Oh, fair enough. How you guys doing?
We are all good, thanks. How are you?
That's nice. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. Can't complain. Great introduction. Thank you for that. It's good to see you guys again.
Yes, just like old times, it's good to have you on. And I think we'll do things a little bit differently because it's our 5th birthday. It's 100 podcast episodes, and that is 2 huge milestones. You know, a lot of brands, they strive to earn just one of those. So I think it's now about time to go back into each of our pasts, and see what brought us into gaming and eventually into Streamcast.
Back into each of us. When were you inside Troy? What's going on?
Let's keep that
Let's
secret.
get
What about
into
this?
each of us.
Back to the world.
You said strap on, and he's just gonna run with it the entire episode.
We'll see what vibe he's
You
on.
see what happens when you bring people back.
Let's get into Isaac's first because he is an OG member. Isaac, how did you get into gaming?
When I was a kid, I think I visited someone I knew as a kid. I wouldn't say friend because I don't even know what they're doing with their lives now. I'm gonna be I think 6. But they had the Nintendo 64 and they had Pokemon Stadium, and I played it, and I was like, this is actually amazing. Why am I spending my time doing homework after school? I should be doing this. Obviously, African mom was like, what's the point of this? Didn't get into games for a bit, but the love was there. And I think my godmother gave me her son's old PS1 at some point. Wasn't Pokemon, but it was still fine. So I got Spyro 3, played that, absolutely loved it. And I was like, I need more platformers in my life. And then since then, just been into games, really.
How about you, Troy?
My story is boring. We complained about not having the PlayStation. We complained. We got it for Christmas. Here we are. I think unlike Isaac,
Peer pressure.
Yeah, I think, well, not really complain. We asked for it for Christmas. We drove that home. We sacrificed everything for that. Like nothing else, just that. I think we could have been happy with the console. and got completely shafted and have no games, and then obviously be happy with the console, but they'd be like, "But it doesn't work." Was quite
That'd be
young.
so bad mind
Yeah,
of a
it
parent.
would be,
I can't
it would be
lie.
hilarious, and I would do that. But however, no, it was cool. We got, I can't remember, it's like Colin McKee Rally, which was all right. I still like racing games. Crash Bandicoot and Rayman, I believe, is one or the other, because I know one of them started the whole platforming love for me. So I believe Spyro is the mid one in the platforming contest. It probably isn't, but I just believe that because it's my first nostalgia bias.
Right,
We all have
yeah.
nostalgia bias, right? So yeah, that's what got me started.
How about you, Akira? How did you get into gaming?
I think I was the late bloomer of the group. I didn't really get into like gaming until I was about 20. Not to say that I hadn't played games before, but it just didn't really it wasn't something that I took as a hobby. I properly got into it when I was introduced to BioShock and Skyrim, and I realized I'm a hoarder. No, genuinely, having a house full of cabbages is what got me into gaming. I was like, so I can just rob everyone and everything.
So not the hoarding.
I couldn't pursue in real life.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Into the gaming world.
So it wasn't the hoarding; it was the crime.
It was the crime.
Yeah.
You don't understand how nice it is.
Why
When
is it
you're the dragon. Well, you have all this power in Skyrim. You're like level 100, and someone who's level 7 is like, "Give me all your money," and you're just like, "Let's go."
Oh, that's beautiful to see how everyone's past was vastly different, I would say. Troy and Isaac's not so much because you both had the PS1 in your early childhood. And I think I've said my story a few times. But I guess for the case of completion, I wanted a PlayStation 1, but my dad got me a Dreamcast. And I thought, oh my God, what is this? This is a huge mistake. Not realizing the Dreamcast was newer, later, and better a console. So we were really blessed. Well, you would be wrong, but it's a better console. I know about that. And the Dreamcast is it had a lot of great games like Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi. And we really had a lot of fun playing that. Me and my brother, we grew up on fighting games and racing games, and I feel like you could still see a lot of those games in us now, where my brother will still play F1 and GTA, and I'll play Street Fighter 6 and games like Dragon Ball FighterZ. So it's interesting to see how those games that we played early on influenced, how we are as gamers now. And yeah, we retroactively got a PS1 because similarly we got a secondhand one from a family friend, which was really cool. But yeah, I think looking back on it, the PS1 was not better than the Dreamcast. So we kind of went backwards a little bit. Then we got the PS2 and we're like, yeah, we're gamers for life. This is us. I don't want to do anything else pastime wise. So yeah, it was sort of my fanhood or my fandom as a PlayStation boy. And I think that's just the way, I've always looked at it. I've always been team PlayStation, and now I've widened my horizons and, played a few PC games, Nintendo games. But yeah, I think I'll always go back to playing, those PlayStation exclusives.
You left that Xbox.
Well,
yes.
Do you want me to lie?
Yeah. For the people.
No.
Have you never played an Xbox game? Like a Halo?
No.
I came back to
no. There's nothing on the Xbox that I want to play.
You really missed out on Halo. I can't lie. That is a game that I played, and even I was like, wow, because I hate shooting games, but I was like, wow.
And Fable's pretty good. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, that's fine. We can talk about Fable. I haven't played Fable, but I'm interested in a new one.
It looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I would recommend the old ones too. I think they've held up pretty well, actually. It's a pretty chill game. It's not stressful at all.
That's what I need in my life. No more stress. I've got enough.
We got it.
Bills, work. Yeah. Oh, you're back. Cool. Hello.
Oh, welcome back.
I'm so confused because my internet speed is pretty good. I don't know why I'm stuttering. Anyway, so Troy, you mentioned how Spyro is the mid-platforming franchise.
Yes.
So, what are we categorizing here? Are you putting Crash at the top, and then Spyro?
If I'm being completely honest, what in all platformers?
Well, what is mid to you? Like, what are you comparing them against?
Oh, just each other. So I said the worst one, but the best one for me is Rayman because that's so broken. Like the leveling was off, everything about it was wrong. But the levels, I like the design of the levels. So I would
Let's
say it's
stop
one
you
of the
there,
best.
Troy.
Ah,
Let's stop
it,
you there, Troy.
it was broken. Rayman was very broken. The
You never
first one,
finished Rayman 1. I guarantee you didn't finish
did.
it, did you?
I
Did
did.
you?
Yeah.
Swear.
Yeah.
Rayman 1's a fiendishly difficult game.
I didn't know that at the time because you're just playing. So I was just playing. I was just determined to complete it. But
You
now looking
suffered.
back, because some bits are easy but shouldn't have
Yeah.
been, and then some bits are
Mhm.
really broken. But I thought no, there should be a way around it. And obviously, he was playing with my dad as well, so he would do some of the levels. But I had to go back and
Oh,
complete it because I really
Yeah.
wanted to again. But I would go back later on, like after obviously playing a few more games of being a lot older. But it's horribly broken. I did finish it. I was just determined to get to the
I'm so
end
proud
and
of
got
you.
there. Thank you. So I've played the Soulsborne before, really.
Yeah.
Let's not overreact here.
You've
Rayman,
not
I
played
love
Ray-
Rayman.
Have you
I love
played the
Rayman.
first one?
I don't remember which one I played. I played a Rayman game.
You would. This one is broken. Things just.
Okay.
I don't. It's an indie game. If we're being honest.
I
Yeah.
would love to play it.
Yeah.
It starts off real easy, then out of nowhere, it's just
Yeah.
like 10 out of 10 people. What's going on?
So you put in Rayman at the bottom, and then Spyro, and then Crash.
Yeah. I don't know if Crash is nostalgia though. If I'm being fair, I liked it. I don't know Crash 1, Crash 3 though. For me, yeah, quite high, very high.
Okay.
I love the variety in the levels. What you're able to do. There's even a motorcycle one too, as opposed to just, I guess, Spyro's a bit more linear for me. So I wouldn't call Spyro mid. I think it is good. But for the purposes of this conversation, it's mid. And to just rile people up, it's mid.
Wow, I didn't know you were such a troll, Troy. Okay.
I'm replacing our dear friend who couldn't make it.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Isaac, did you say Pokemon Colosseum was your first game?
No, Stadium. I didn't
Stadium.
own it. I just played it for like an hour and knew
Your first gaming
absolutely loved it.
experience.
Yeah, basically. Then I did
Your
get
first
Colosseum.
time.
Pardon?
Your first time.
Yeah. You never forget. Sometimes it's shit. Sometimes it's great. I got to play Stadium. Some people get to play, Crash, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I went on to play Colosseum afterwards, which was the spiritual successor to the Stadium series. And yeah, Colosseum was just banging because like they just kind of subverted the Pokemon formula instead of like going into wild and catching Pokemon and having to like do all these little kids and their bug types. You get to just steal Pokemon yourself. You got like really strong Pokemon from the jump. And you actually got like a really cool, like outfit as opposed to just being like this 7-year-old kid who has to go back to his mum every now and then. Just on your own, just on the road by yourself. It's great.
Is Pokemon Stadium the game that I call the Pokemon Olympics?
Maybe.
Thank you.
Maybe.
I don't remember what it's called.
Maybe it's close.
I played.
It might be Colosseum. I think it's one of those two.
Yeah, well, you get to like do all the different activities, like where you're playing as a Lickitung and you have to like get all the sushi, but not the spicy one.
Stadium. Yeah.
It's Pokemon Olympics.
But yes.
Yeah, I haven't played Pokemon Stadium, but I've seen a lot of people play it, and it does look really good. I think it would hold
so
up.
much fun.
Yeah,
So much fun. I dream of her. Like,
what was your favorite game on the PS1, Isaac?
Oh, Spyro 3. Easy. Ooh, no, Spyro 3.
Okay.
Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro gets an honorable mention because that was such a good game. I think it was like one of the best Spider-Man games at the time. Until obviously Spider-Man 2 came along and knocked it out of the park, and then we had like Marvel Spider-Man and whatnot. But it was pretty cool actually. And there was this like really cool thing that I learned about it the other day. And they had to the last level, the last boss is a little bit like bare bones and feels a bit odd. And that was because I think when they were developing this game, like the Twin Towers incident happened, and the last level was meant to be set like in a very similar location. So they were like, "Oh, we should probably change this." So yeah, the end boss is a little bit lackluster. It's not Spider-Man's fault. So great game.
Oh, fair enough, and that's pretty cool that they were able to pivot. I don't know if they would be able to do that as effectively now with how long everything takes to develop games. But yeah, you got to be able to think on your feet, especially with something as disastrous as that event.
Yeah, exactly. What about you? What was yours?
On the PS1,
No, the alleged better one. Alleged.
Oh, Dreamcast. Oh, it was.
Alleged.
Because Dreamcast was competing
No
with the
diss.
PS2, Mike.
No diss. So
No
that's not
disc.
going off.
Wait, what you doing? Wait, what?
Game
These
wise.
are the tiny ones.
No. Wait,
What's
no.
the Dreamcast is what? Is it a cartridge?
No, I had discs.
It's
discs.
It was the
Was
weird
it a
yeah.
regular
memory cards.
size?
Yeah, they were same size as PS2. Regular size.
Oh, I know. I'm confusing it with. Never mind.
But it was really easy to hack it, so you could just literally rip a game onto it and it'd work on the Dreamcast. I had no security.
Basically.
You know what? Saying that makes it better. I'm not here for the man or the system. So can we just like cut this bit out so no one believes this? Because I can't admit that. Andy, you on the edit? Can you just cut this out? Thank you. Appreciate
Wait,
it.
edit what out? Edit what out? Can you say it again?
The last 2 minutes. I don't need to specify. It's at 15:48. The last 2 minutes. I'm not going to specify what we said. But the 2 minutes. It's now 15:54, but we're going to go 15:48. 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll get to that.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Dreamcast. Best game on the Dreamcast was either Sonic Adventure, Virtua Fighter 3, or Crazy Taxi. It's one of those three. I could actually add Ready to Rumble there as well because that was my first boxing game and it was so camp and over the top. Just long limbs. I think we played it recently, Isaac. Not recently, a few years ago.
Yeah,
at EGX.
EGX or something, isn't it?
Very fun game. Yeah, I think the Dreamcast, like game for game that we played, we had a lot of fun. So those 4 games I'd put up there at the top.
Was Crazy Taxi not on PS1 as well, though?
It was on PS2. It was on PS2.
Oh,
Okay.
fair enough, yeah.
Maybe on GameCube as well. So I feel it was like on that generation. On the PS1, I'd give it to Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Very good game.
No, it wasn't.
Broken game. Yeah, it is a good game.
It's an addictive game. I don't get why it's addictive. It's addictive as hell.
Because winning is addictive. Once you get used to it, once you get a taste, you gotta have it again. And it's hard.
Yeah. So no, do you know what? It's almost impossible, Andy.
Yeah, it
because
is.
the final couple of bosses, right? Your base like mons, your base cards will not be as strong as them. You've got to grind all these like equip cards that you can only get by teching, and the game doesn't really teach you how to tech. So you either have to use lots of trap cards, which you don't own already, which means you can't tech at the start, or you have to get your deck all the way down to like 1 card and do like lots of weird other things. Like set things face down or win like a face down attack situation where the opponent attacks into your card, which is face down, but your card has more attack points. And then you have a slight chance of getting the trap card if you win. Like, no, it was a very convoluted game, and I can't stand by you saying it's a good game. I can't, no. Fundamentally, it's a bad game that has got a cult following, which I'm part of, and I hate that, but it's a bad game.
The fact that you hate it makes me love it even more.
Oh.
It's such a good game. I think it is one of those really it's an unfair game. I'll give you that. It's definitely whoever designed it, Konami, at Konami, really did not have the gamers at heart. They wanted to see us stress and struggle. And, you know, I kind of respect that. And I feel like you would respect that too, Isaac, you know, if you weren't the one hurt by all those rounds.
Do you know what it is, yeah? Like, I'm okay with unfair. I'm okay with difficult, but I'm not okay with impossible. Because certain cards, you can't win at all. You have to pay 999,999 star chips for. People have done the maths. It will take you years if you played non-stop 24 hours. So no one's ever buying these cards. It's impossible.
Yeah, I don't think you need to complete that game for it to be like one of your favorite games, though. And I don't think there are many people who have honestly completed it. Everyone that I've seen has done it is, you know, done something on YouTube. It's not, it's not one of those games, but I don't think that makes it a bad game. I think it's still fun.
I can't relate. I did beat it, so
you did beat it. Huh?
I did beat
Wow.
it.
Good for you. I don't know why you're complaining then.
Because
It's fun.
valid, okay? It's valid.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, fun game, love it. There was something else, Simpsons Wrestling, even though that was a fundamentally terrible game. I have fun playing it. I have fun watching other people play it, and I would play it again. Just watching everyone from one of the greatest IPs of all time fight. Marge hitting people with a frying pan and using Maggie as a weapon. Mr. Burns and Smithers using money bombs, fighting Kang at the end. Yep, always a lot of fun. was perfect for, like a 10-year-old me. So yeah, Simpsons Wrestling up there for me on the PS1.
Was that PS1? I
Yeah.
played on the PS2. Was it PS1? Okay.
PS2 was completely backwards compatible, so you could.
No,
play
I'm
it
not
on
sure if
PS2.
I played the PS. So it wasn't moved up. Like it wasn't
No, I don't think
redone.
so.
Oh,
Only PS1.
oh.
But
Maybe
there
I need
were
to
a
play
ton
on
of
PS2.
Simpsons games, so
Yeah.
maybe another one.
No, it was definitely Simpsons Wrestling
Really?
because I remember Marge the Pan, and there wasn't stink bombs. Barney's burping.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was
that
just
was
a
part
gas.
of the move. Yeah, yeah, I played
Oh,
it. Maybe
what
okay,
a
cool.
wonderfully shit game. The final category: playable characters in the Marvel vs. Capcom gaming franchise.
Oh shit.
Cool. I'm gonna say Colossus.
Correct. Akira, you're up.
She-Hulk.
Correct. Glucose.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make note of things that I've said. So I said Jill, you said Chris, and I
Yeah.
said Cable.
You didn't say Cable. You said Colossus.
Okay then, well I guess that's my thank you for answering my question. I said Colossus. Now I'm saying Cable.
Cable appeared once and never again. Correct. Akira.
Oh my god. The man who practices the ancient art of gentrification, the Iron Fists.
Correct. Glucose.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm gonna say Mephisto.
Fancy boy.
Mephisto is incorrect. 7 points to Glucose. Mephisto is incorrect. Akira, I need one correct answer and you get 10 points. A wrong answer will get you 7 points.
I need to look through my list of people who I've said. Wait. Right, there we are.
I'm going to need an answer.
You're gonna get an answer. And if I get it wrong, I just get 7 points.
You get 7 points if you're wrong.
Albert Wesker from Resident Evil.
That is correct.
Jesus, take the wheel.
10 points for Akira.
Yeah.
And that is the quiz. Oh my
Take it from my
goodness.
hand.
Love to see it.
Wow.
Love to see it. Well done,
That-
Akira.
Yes.
So-
Resident Evil.
So
Did me
impressive.
dirty.
Genuinely.
Absolutely bossed this quiz.
Oh.
You bossed it.
What is everyone's guilty pleasure in gaming? Let's go with Troy.
What's
first this time.
guilty? What would be guilty? I don't.
I think it's something that you enjoy that you don't think you should, or like. So for me, with Forbidden Memories, I think that would be a guilty pleasure because that I should not enjoy that, but I do, if that makes sense. Or being able to hack a specific hack in the game that gets you infinite coin. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I didn't do any of these. Oh, maybe something in Simpsons Hit and Run because there were cheat codes. But I can't remember what I did. It must have been something to do with just driving quickly. But I'm not guilty. That's not a guilty pleasure. I think everyone should do that. If there's cheat codes available, you should use it. Guilty pleasure in the game. Come back to me. Let me think about that one.
Okay. Hold on. I might just change that question because I don't have an answer either.
Why did you put
Why
it
is
on?
it there?
I didn't put it in. I didn't put it in. These are Hassan's questions. Okay, next question. What game made the biggest impact on you? Let's go with Isaac.
Can you come back to me? I was doing guilty pleasure, and then we skipped that.
Oh, do you have an answer for that?
I mean, I don't think I do anymore now that
Well,
Troy's broken it down because I don't feel guilty about it.
We're
I enjoy
scrapping
it.
that question. We're scrapping that
fair
question
enough.
then. Biggest impact. Are you,
wait,
you good, or do you need
Oh,
some more time?
Actually, to be fair, I do have notes on this, and I wrote something down, and I'll tell you what it's verbatim. No clue, really. That's it.
Well, that's not making the final edit. Thanks. Biggest impact.
Oh, I think I know what my guilty pleasure is, games-wise.
Okay.
Is picking up a brand new game, getting into it, and then stopping and replaying Fallout 4 all over again. but not playing Fallout 4 to completion. Playing it until I get to one question. I'm like, that's far enough. I don't need to do the rest of the storyline. I want everyone to be friends with me. That's it. I've dropped many a game just to play Fallout.
I've seen you do this.
And
Is
every
that a
time
good-
Fallout gets better.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a guilty pleasure either.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't
not
feel
gonna
guilty
lie.
about that.
I mean,
You
I don't
enjoy
feel
that,
guilty,
you?
but I don't think I'm capable of guilt. It's a useless emotion. So it's just something I like to do.
Oh, if we're just talking about likes, then can I go? Wait, are you done, Akira?
No.
Oh yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, cool. Like, when I beat a game, like, I love looking at like speed runs just to see like how to optimally play it, or like what bugs and like things I can break in the game, and then I'll go back and just try it out and just have a little bit of fun. It's like how Troy is all about, using cheats and whatnot and just breaking the game, because that's the whole point. Like, you're basically God in this game, so you might as well, terrorize the locals. And then there's also looking up law videos. So like, I did this so much with all the From Software games. Just so many videos watched. And it's so interesting because you get like a second game out of it. So much content.
Almost, yeah. You listen to what's his name, Vati Video or something like that?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, he's
of
dope.
course. It's got a smooth voice. I can listen to that before bed. Yeah.
Any likes for you,
thought-
Troy?
Well, I thought he was
Go.
going to say, because he would play Saints Row with Sean and be in a green costume. So I thought that was going to be his guilty pleasure.
Yeah, but does he feel guilty about that?
No.
But I feel like
what my
that is a
guilt is,
guilty
I haven't done that
pleasure.
in real life. I need to get me a gimp suit and do some shit with that. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but
I mean, you can only do. I mean, there's a couple of things that probably come to mind when you put gimp suit and doing stuff. But
please do tell. I don't know. What
I will not do this because it's not the podcast for this, and I would have to actually research this because I'm not sure. However, if you do want me to research on privacy mode, because I don't need that, I'll let you know.
I mean, the ISP will know what you've done. It just means you can't go back and see what you searched, which is bad, because what if you find something really good? You want to be able to
I
find
doubt
that really
it.
quickly.
I doubt it. All information be filtered to you and then deleted from my brain, so it's cool.
No, fair enough. I'll send you weekly reminders.
Let's move on to biggest impact. I think this is while we were growing up. So, Troy, what game made the biggest impact on you in your childhood?
I wouldn't say game. Moment would have been watching. So when we had the PlayStation, I mentioned my dad earlier, watching him beat. No, did he beat it? Got the highest score in. I believe is it survival mode in Tekken 3? You know, the ones where your health just declines or you just keep going through. Yeah. So that was a big moment for us. Because then I beat it, but I did the worst thing you could do as a fighting gamer and use the one trick. So Lee's kick, I did that all the way through to get 40, and I was so proud. But I didn't know that was a bad thing at the time, and then I found out it was. I've never really spoken about it, so here's my shame. No, it's my shame. But yes, it was a good moment and a big one in the house. Go on.
I was going to say, I'd like to counter. I don't know why you should feel shame about that at all.
No, I think you
there's
should.
anything wrong with that.
In
Why?
fighting game, you really should.
That
is so cheesy.
Here's the thing,
Why
though.
it worked.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but this is no.
Because the
It's a
fault is with
fighting
the
game.
opponent who's not adapting. If you're doing the same thing, they should be able to punish you. If they're not adapting, it's on them. You can spam a kick.
No.
I side with Isaac here.
No.
I agree. It's put in the game. It's not broken. It's not a cheat code. It is a fundamental action you can do in the game. And you know what? When you train in real life, people will do that. And they'll hit you in the face and they're like, do something, or I'm going to keep doing this. If you don't know how to block it, sorry. Like, you've not done anything illegal. So what if it's cheap?
Why are you eating these kicks, bro? Like,
Do
you not have self-preservation?
Right? If it's
I'm
so
just gonna
bad, they should
continue.
teach you a lesson and beat your ass. They're not doing that. You're winning. So they're complaining that they're losing to you.
I mean, okay. Well, it was one, it's survival mode, so it's CPU, but two, it's a shame for fighting games, in my opinion. So yes, that is my shame. If it's not your shame, that's your business. But it's mine. Like what?
Why are you feeling ashamed for winning, Troy?
I'm just saying,
Winning,
I
I'm
don't
happy
feel you
with.
should feel shame.
It's like winning 1-0 and parking the bus, but all the way through the tournament, like Chelsea fans seem to enjoy when they win.
And
the
they win the
Champions League.
trophy and
Yeah,
money.
but no one remember. I mean, the club wins the money. They brag about a trophy that actually no one really cares about, and it's the Champions League. It's probably the worst one in history, if we're being real. But yeah, okay, you won
The
it.
Champions League.
But you know, when everyone remembers Champions League memories, Chelsea's one is always tainted because their run was just so dead. The whole tournament was dead. So whether they remember is fine, but it's not really. Do you get what I mean? It feels
That's fair,
I've
yeah.
won, I've got it. That's cool for me, but it's not really
That's true.
a moment.
Yeah,
It's
can never
cheapened.
relate as a United
It's
fan.
cheapened. Yeah, no, I can't
Yeah.
relate as an Arsenal fan. It's just the way.
Yeah, for different
But, you
reasons.
know,
But
yeah.
Akira, how about you? Which game made the biggest impact on you?
I hate to be the person, but I don't know. Like,
I feel like I obviously don't want to answer for you, but I know that you have a big love for Lollipop Chainsaw and of course Fallout 4. Those are games that you continually go back to.
actually, no, that's a really good point. And Lollipop Chainsaw is one of them because when I bought my PS3, and this was after I had the fight with Kex guy, I really enjoyed Lollipop Chainsaw. And from like 2014 onwards, every year I've demanded and yelled at the sky that they need to remake the game. So that's going to happen at some point in the near future. So you're welcome. I'm trying to think what else. Bioshock. Definitely had a great impact on me because while Skyrim I really enjoyed like the hoarding aspects and that, Bioshock really got me into like the emotional aspects of games, and I didn't expect it in the first game for there to be such like a, you know, that interesting ending and how well the story wrapped around everything that you were doing. And I think it really got me into the idea that these games are so fully fleshed out, and I didn't see that prior to properly like getting into gaming. So I guess those two, Lollipop Chainsaw for the addiction and Bioshock for the storyline. And I really don't think it was like games were as in depth until I got to that point. So yeah.
Really good
Otherwise,
answer.
I would have sent my PS3 to be honest. That guy was giving me such grief. So he's lucky.
I like how we all love like fundamentally flawed games because I saw the reviews for Lollipop Chainsaw. It's not great, but I know you love it. It's kind of like us and Simpsons Wrestling and Rayman. They're just flawed, but they're still so much fun.
I feel like growing up or like early on in your gaming life, you don't really care about what's traditionally good and you just care about what's fun and what appeals to you. And
I like what I like, like the bright colors. I didn't come here to like be in a
analyze
situation.
frames.
That's it. I didn't come to analyze frames and everything has to be perfect because I'm here for fun.
Only 30
If I wanted to be in a place where I could be criticized all the time, I'd literally just go outside. So
touch grass.
yeah, I got it. It's fucking horrible out there.
Yeah.
Why can't I just enjoy the games I like to enjoy? Oh, can I also add? I think one of the games that had the biggest impact on me would be The Last of Us.
Right.
Even though I played that a lot later than when it came out, going off on my point about Bioshock, about how well the story was fleshed out, I feel like The Last of Us really set a standard for gaming, but it also set a standard for me because I was like, damn, this is basically a movie at this point. The quality of work that's gone into this is just amazing, and it really kind of set the standard for other games that I play. But I was pleasantly surprised and traumatized because I picked up the game, played like the first 20 minutes, and I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. Proper.
Yeah, I feel like everyone who's played it has that moment because it's done really well because they built it up very effectively in 10 minutes and then boom.
That shit made me cry. I proper Peppa Pig that. I was like, no.
Biggest impact on me.
Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
Is a tough one. I think Virtua Fighter 3 is up there because if not for that, I wouldn't be into fighting games point blank. And even though I'm not as good at them as I used to be, I think I still appreciate them, playing them and watching them, to the point where we have entire esports, functions about them, and tournaments and cultures around them. People who have developed their lives, friendships, relationships through games. That's really good to see. So I definitely give it to Virtual Fighter 3 on that point of view. I think FIFA Street is up there because that is just stupid fun, and that scratched an itch that hasn't been scratched since. So yeah, I think I'm overdue a FIFA Street game some point in the future. God of War 3 is up there story-wise. Yeah, I didn't want to mention God of War at all, but I think, if I'm being honest, that game has gotten me into story-based games and shown me there's more than just, your multiplayer games, and more than just Pokemon and other RPGs. You can have these really badass stories in games that kind of feel like movies, like martial art movies or action movies in a game, and you're controlling the guy, you're the cool guy, dodging all the attacks and killing everyone. So I think playing that game and then going back to play God of War 2, and then now with the PS4 and PS5 God of War games, I've been really spoiled with stories in games. Now branching off into games like Last of Us, like you mentioned, and Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro, the story in games now is such a primary thing for me that I look out for, that I've got to put God of War 3 as the launch point of that.
3, 2, 1.
Don't put that in.
Hello and welcome back to MCM Comic Con. I am Blackamura, and you know what that means. Streamcast is back in full effect. We are here, and we can't wait to be interviewing some very special cosplayers today.
First things first, that name, is it ironic?
It's starting to get that way. It's really starting to get that way.
So do you still take public transport? I know you had a rough ride the last time you were down there.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. So tell us, are you still in touch with your dad?
Again, nothing. Don't particularly want to talk about it. I had a little bit of an argument. Not sure you heard about it. Just a little argument.
Sure, that's fair enough. We won't talk about your dad, but we will talk about your mum. How does it feel to be the child of a pet?
I'm not sure. Does technically class me as a furry?
Episode 1, this applies to Isaac and me. I don't even know if you remember this. It's been a very long road. What would you tell your episode 1 self, Isaac?
I would tell him that, okay, what year is this? December 2021, remember to press save. That's what I tell him. Yeah, that's what I tell him.
I'm like, I don't know. Okay.
You know exactly what that is. Well, that's my answer to a completely different question as well.
I guess we can adapt this because Troy, you joined the year after. What would you tell, 2019 Troy, if you could?
I don't know how to talk, but I'm sorry, I'm still on the December. I'm not sure. Enjoy it as much as possible and do the little Wen thing and do much of the content you need to before your child arrives. I mean, he went to prison, so it's kind of two different things. But we both went away for a very long time. It was a while ago. So he did a thing where he was never gone because he put out so much music, but he was actually in prison. But,
right.
So I would have pre-planned before having Capella because I didn't. I thought, I'll be back in a month. It was not a month. So pre-plan.
How about you, Akira? You joined, I think it was 19? 20? 19.
Yeah, late 19 after Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So that was actually quite funny because we had an event that I was helping you guys at. You were late. So then Troy was like, do you want to be part of the group? And I was like, yeah. And that's my origin story.
Don't take this the wrong way, anyone who's watching or listening. That will never happen again. So we're not doing that.
I feel like I set a good precedent in order for it to be like, this person's actually been very helpful up until this point in order for me to feel comfortable to be like, this will continue. Not first person who walks in the door. Do you want to join the team?
Yeah, we're not doing that.
No, like that.
No. That is true though, yeah, because there were a couple of times already that you showed that you were hardworking and a team player. So it was just the next step. Yeah, I was getting the trim. But what would you tell yourself?
Shock.
Not surprised.
What would present Akira tell Akira back then?
I don't really know, to be honest. Because I don't think there's anything I'd really like change about the journey that I've had while being in the team. Maybe just to be like a little bit more confident, because I feel like I've got to this point now where I just really enjoy what I'm doing, and there's nothing that I will not say, and so on and so forth in the streams and whatnot. So it's really just to be.
I thought you were going to say tell Andy to get a trim on Friday instead of Saturday of the event.
No, I was thinking of like when he had to stream one day and he was like, "Oh, I've got plenty of hours. I'm just gonna go get a trim." 9 o'clock comes. This man's not back in the house. I'm like, "What is going on?" I swear he gets in at like 10 something. I've been ranting on the stream like, "Why does it take so long for men to get trims? You lot don't even have enough hair for it to be taking 4 hours. You're up the road, bro. What are they doing over there?" They cutting each one of your hairs individually. It was the only thing that made sense. But even then, it's like. Bear in mind, I get my haircut done across London. It takes like 2 hours. I'll still be back before your hair is done. They do everything.
No, they are full of birds in that barbershop. I won't lie. They're too busy Instagramming live and chatting up all sorts. It's not good. There's very minimal time spent on the actual hair. So but they're good, which is why I go back.
No, it's really hard to think about things. I would say it would definitely just be a bit more confident and put yourself forward for stuff, because they say closed mouth doesn't get fed. You don't get to do things you want to do, and the opportunities that we've had and the people that we get to work with now, it's absolutely amazing. But I think maybe we'd be in a different place if sometimes you're just a little bit more confident and you get out of your headspace and just go for stuff.
What would I tell episode 1 me?
Relax.
No. Probably, don't listen to everyone who, listens to your idea and then kind of has negative things to say about it. There is a constructive way to talk and give advice, and not everyone's good at that, especially when it comes to people in our circle. So I'd probably say don't listen to any of them. Probably start earlier, pull out that piece of content that you should have however many months ago it was. It's going to be an incredible journey. Probably reach out. I would probably adapt your answer of be more confident, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that we could have done if I reached out earlier, as opposed to just looking at our numbers and our standings and being like, "Oh, they'll never work with us," because we've been surprised with the people who have been willing to work with us and supply us with stuff, and they've been supportive of our dream.
Wanted to try Smash tournaments for a while, honestly, and like I was always really scared because I know there's killers out there, and I was like, oh, what if I spend £5 and then lose in the first round? What's gonna happen? But that's almost what happened this time. But I guess because like this one was a bit smaller scale. I felt a bit more comfortable. I felt like I wouldn't just be completely out of my element. But if we keep doing more Smash tournaments, I'd just keep coming, especially if like some of the people I spoke to here today, I might be able to like play them in the future, because I didn't get to play them today, unfortunately.
Everyone was good vibes. Everyone had a good time. I've only had good feedback so far, and yeah, man, I'm glad you put it on.
Being content creators, you have to get used to wearing a lot of hats. What has been the most surprising skill you've picked up along the way? Isaac, shall we go with you first? Because you've changed a lot versus the first episode where you were kind of on your way out of finance, and now you're very happy in a new field. What's the most surprising skill you've picked up over the last 5 years?
Learn how to code. That's basically because of Streamcast. Just fucking sick. I think that's one of the few, well, not one of the few things, one of the many things that I love about this brand. Went into it loving games, and And I was just like, I think so. When I enjoy something, like it's all I'll do. That's all I'll think about. And yeah, just really enjoyed games. Really enjoyed like trying to spit out content. So like learn how to use like video editing software and photo editing software and all that. And then I thought to myself, oh, do you know what? I'm doing a lot of work on this. Do I want to be a dev? Quickly realized, no, man, that's long. I just want to consume the game. I don't want to make it. But like coding was pretty cool. Then just kept on doing it. And then yeah, now I have a new job, which is great. So
He's rich.
I think so. No. Cost of living is still a thing. No. I would not go that far. Still very much a junior. I've still got a long way to go. So yeah, video editing, photo editing, software development, been pretty cool.
Sweet. How about you, Troy?
Maybe being in front of camera and scripting when I can be asked. I think scripting is something in this sense, in terms of video creation, I've never actually done. It's a little bit different from storyboarding and stuff. And for yourself, it's a lot different than when you're seeing an idea or to position other people. That's definitely new. And when we was in the documentary, doing the intros and stuff was quite different for me. Because again, normally if I am in front of the camera, it's telling people, just showing people how to do it, but it doesn't go out. It's just, directing basically. So that was a completely new skill. Some of less so scripting, maybe being in front of the camera. Obviously, pandemic happened. We all had to go behind camera, so I was probably more confident than I would have been if I hadn't have done these things. I would definitely say it's definitely impacted there. But yeah, those two skills pretty much stand out for me.
Excellent. Akira?
I definitely say like being in front of the camera as well. I still in my head class myself as camera shy because I don't enjoy like having photos taken, but I enjoy being in front of the camera when it comes to streaming because I don't even know. I just enjoy it because I really feel like I'm connecting with these people. Like I've made friends with people that I've never met in my life, but it feels like I get to connect with other people, which is great. Also, I picked up like video editing and stuff. I used to do a lot of production work before I moved back to England, but it was always behind the camera and getting everything else sorted out. So actually being involved in a separate part is very new and exciting. So I like that.
I think for me, it's definitely been video editing. Like there was a time where I never thought I'd see myself responsible for making a video and having other people like it and say it's good. I think that is imposter syndrome, which is something I'm still battling. But yeah, when you see, all these great adverts on TV or a video package for a big fight or something, and you're like, oh, someone's actually made that. Someone's clipped all the videos and put a voiceover, and now we're doing similar kind of things, but for gaming or for our brand. And I've been involved doing stuff like that. It's a bit surreal. I think looking back at where we were 5 years ago, it's really quite weird and astounding how far I've come as a person and how far everyone's come. I think we've all, had our fair share of developing videos, editing videos. And, I think we've all made something that I personally like. That is cool. If that wasn't associated with us, I would like that. I'd watch that. And
still like it anyways. Self-likes are allowed.
I mean, like I like everything we do because I'm biased. But I think even if it was something that was done by a mutual, I'd be very impressed by it. That's what I mean. I love everything that we do. I think we are an amazing brand, and I think we are still underappreciated and undervalued. But that is time is coming for us. But yeah, definitely. The editing part of things, I think scripting is another thing that I've picked up that I never thought I would, like writing the blogs and scripting videos. And I feel like it's weird how the content creation industry is this weird industry where you kind of have to be a jack of all trades. And the more of those trades you master, the more like specialized and the more popular and successful you become. But it's never just, I get to play games on the screen and that's it. It's never what you just see, the Rad Brad put out, or He's another one. MK Ice and Fire put out. There's a lot of work that goes on behind that. For every 1 hour they put out, it's probably 2 to 5 hours of work going into it. Understanding that has been really, really cool, and I can't wait to see what more skills I'm going to develop, because I know that there's a lot more to our ceiling, and I can't wait to fulfill that and see us all thrive. We were looking for the right person, and we found them. Can I get a drum roll, please? Introducing the newest member of the Streamcast, Comunicando Oficial. Welcome, Hassan.
Bienvenidos. I'm here. Like you now can't escape the puns. I'm here forever. It's too late. I signed the contract.
There is a majority rule in the Streamcast because it is a democracy. It's not a dictatorship. And I was overruled. So you're here now. There have been almost too many moments to pick. But if you could just give one, what is your favorite Streamcast moment to date? Let's start with Akira.
It's really hard to choose. Obviously,
I mean, honorable mentions are fine as well. Completely.
Okay, so I guess my favorite Streamcast moment in terms of like, oh my god, I can't believe we did this, would have been when we streamed Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah.
Because that was amazing. We were on the front page of Twitch. There was 40,000 people watching us. It was crazy. Like I guess that's something I would tell day one Akira. Like, you won't believe the heights that we're going to be able to get up to. The sheer magnitude of people who are watching us play this game, and the fact that we had this opportunity to be on the front page. That's just amazing. My honorable mention obviously goes to the Great Kitchen Fire of
2019.
2021.
Was it 21?
No.
It was 19 when we started. It was a while. Because after Akira joined, obviously.
Was it 2019 or 2020?
I think it was
2020 lockdown. Damn.
No, because it was just before lockdown, wasn't it?
It was just before lockdown. It would have been 2019 then.
Swear. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Swear. Honestly.
Ages ago.
Funniest shit ever. The fact that we don't have the footage is the greatest disaster that has ever happened in the history of my life. Like, honestly. I feel like I can't describe it well enough. But me and Troy sitting on opposite sides of the couch, giggling. Andy, I agree. Isaac, just mad with power. Flamethrowers everywhere. It was like a Renaissance painting. Honestly,
Team 17 did a wonderful job on that game.
Props to Team 17. I didn't know chaos until that day. I thought I had an idea, but you surpassed all expectations, Isaac.
Thank you.
Going into that, Isaac, what is your favorite moment?
I think obviously that, but we've talked about that, so I can't say that again. I think it's not one moment, but it's when we did all those Comic-Con interviews and whatnot, and just speaking to all the different variety of people from all walks of life, and it was just really cool because you see all these Comic-Con people. You don't want to disturb anyone, bother someone, but everyone's got a really cool story behind how they made their cosplay or why they're into anime. Heck, if you stop anyone at Comic-Con, you probably have a really cool conversation with them and you could make a really good friend. But at the same time, we're all there for Comic-Con. I'm not trying to disturb people. I want to do my own thing. But we weren't disturbing them for no reason. We had a purpose. So it was nice to, flex a little bit of networking skills, meet some new people, and just have some really funny interactions that we catch on camera. It was pretty cool interviewing Invincible and grilling him on why he couldn't fight back, why his dad doesn't love him.
That was my favorite too.
How about you, Troy? What's your favorite Streamcast moment?
I think the quizzes, particularly the WWE one, the most recent one. Because you know what it is? I feel like everyone seems to start off as non-competitive, and then it just takes one, and then everyone just wants to bring them down, and then it just spirals into chaos. So I say the quizzes. There's whatever one you can pick them out the hat. WWE one particularly was quite funny, but that might be it's not recency bias. That was actually hilarious. There was a lot of characters on there. You had the quiet one, the fan favorite, the one that was losing but giving them a smack talk. You had it all. Couldn't write that. It was amazing. So yeah, I'll say the quiz is WWE one.
Yeah, I don't know which one I would say is my favorite moment, but I was definitely thinking the online quizzes for two reasons. I think being able to pivot in such a disastrous time, the pandemic hit and we couldn't, we couldn't go to each other's houses to record podcasts anymore. We had to go online, and that was a whole trial to find a suitable platform. And then we did the online quizzes, which I think they were all fun, especially the Pictionary round. That's around that is a mainstay now. If we ever do an online quiz again,
Pictionary is so funny. Oh my god!
I think the wrestling quizzes worked the best because of the competitive nature of the WWE games, and then the people who are fans, and everyone wants to be the super fan. Everyone wants to be the best. So even the one that we did a year ago that had Isaac on, and I think was it Isaac or Hassan that was winning all the way through. And then the actual wrestling fan, CM Gamer, was just in last place until the last round. That was perfectly booked as a wrestling match. You had the babyface, in some people's eyes, being worked over until the last round, the last segment. And then we topped it this year. As Troy, you explained it very well, but that Pictionary round will go down in history. Because it made Akira leave the room. I didn't know whether I was going to bust up my mic. There were tons of moments there, and having to do the Steiner Maths promo at the end, which a lot of people liked. that will forever live on in my memories, and I hope that we do a lot more online quizzes. I'd like to bring that offline actually, but on top of that, the video that Isaac did about Horizon Zero Dawn, which was really good. That was some of our best work, because it was able to bring a lot of people who played the original game up to speed, and then actually catch up people who had never played the first game, so that they didn't feel like they left out, that they were missed out. Really good stuff, masterful. I think the documentary episodes were good as well. The accessibility one and the indie one were really good. I feel I would love to do more of those episodes and focus on different aspects of gaming, but those two really stand high. Like the shorts that we've done, like the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond review and the God of War Ragnarok and Pokemon Violet shorts that did really well on YouTube are ones that I'm really big fans of as well. So I think those are all my moments, but I'd say the quizzes would be mine.
I couldn't stop thinking about the last wrestling one. Was it the Rocktopus and the Eddie Guerrero dog?
Yeah. I actually forgot about that. Yeah.
Crimes are committed.
Shout out to Cable, by the way, with the Rock Oda, and she was like, "What does that smell like? BON Gym." I couldn't stop laughing at that. The delivery was so good. We've got to get her on another piece of content. What would you like to see over the next 100 episodes? Let's kickstart with Troy this time.
A studio.
So that means you're gonna have to do in-person recordings. Are you making the trip?
I don't do the pods. I just want to see a studio.
No, I mean you'd be invited down. You have to do some pods.
I can decline. A studio. I would like to see Sky Sports settings. I want to see the stats in the end. I want to see everything moving. Proper studio. I want you to dissect all the PlayStation plays. I need it broken down. That's what I want to see.
Okay.
You see, as it gets it, it's what the people want.
Yeah,
I am the people now.
Is also not going to be involved in the Isaac. Is there anything you'd like to see from us in the next 100 episodes?
I'm gonna have to emulate Troy, like when there's like newscaster desks as well, and there's like Streamcast on the bottom, and you got like your mic set up. There's really great lighting, like boom, get some of that.
Akira, what would you like to see in the next 100 episodes?
I feel like this is frustrating you, so I want to jump on the bandwagon. I too would like a studio. I didn't care before, but now I do. We need a studio. I think I'd like the podcast to keep going. I'd love for us to be able to interview more like game developers. I think that's really cool when we get to talk to people who actually like put the work in and make the games that we enjoy so much. I definitely love to do that a bit more. I'd love to see the team out and about a bit more. Obviously, there's 4 of us. We do have different lives and, you know, things interfere. But I think we have a really good team together, and I'd like for us to get together and just be out and show everyone who Streamcast is as a person, like as a group.
Okay.
Plus, I want more cash.
Yeah, that leads into mine. I'd like a sponsor or a partner over the next 100 episodes. It is very exhausting to make a podcast, and everyone that I know who makes a podcast agrees they're very demanding, very grueling, and I'm not sure if I was aware of how much this would take out of me. 100 episodes in now, it's taken a different shape. It's gone through a lot of variations, and now we're still trying to come up with the best way to deliver the podcast that works for us and works for the people who are going to consume it. I would like a studio, but the logistics about that are
because he lives.
That makes it difficult. That makes it difficult for me to actually envision. But I would like to see a studio. There are a lot of changes I'd like to see, of course. I'd like to see a bit of a revamp.
If you need help envisioning, think IGN/Sky Sports, but Champions League Sky Sports. I think you can envision it now. But continue. I just want to help you with the vision.
Troy, I have no issue with the vision.
You said drop an envisioning it. I'm helping you. I'm hoping it's just sparking some stuff, you know.
You guys are in suits or casual dress? Because
I don't know. I feel like Champions League is quite high. I think Champions League level like suits when it's like a state of play or something big, because we don't have E3 anymore. Rest in peace. So when it's something like that, then we bring out the suits. But every other day it's just casual, like regular new stuff. Keep it smart casual. You know the vibes, yeah.
I agree with Troy, because no tea, no shade, all pink lemonade. Like sometimes when you watch these things and you're like, who dressed you?
Oh.
Yes.
Where no, because it looks like they've pressed like randomize on the Sims outfit generator. Because how are you wearing? Oh, it's always the suit jacket, but the t-shirt, and then you're not quite sure where are we going with cargos for the pants?
Yeah.
We're wearing jeans, but then we're not wearing socks.
Yes.
And you're wearing the business shoes. Like, what's going on?
Thank you. I'm glad you brought this up.
It's driving me nuts.
It really infuriates me.
Because you have the money. Get someone to dress you, bro. Take that completely out of the equation.
Have some respect for yourself.
Have some respect for yourself. You're scaring the hose. Like...
Okay.
I'm never getting invited to one of these because I'll be in the audience like, who? Do you not know how to dress?
I like what we're doing at the moment. I feel like we have an idea of what to do next going forward. I would like to see that actualized. Of course, that takes time. So I'd like to see that, take shape. I'd like to see the next phase of Streamcast go on and the podcast kind of adapt and get to a place where, it's healthy for me and it's still delivering good content and quality and consistency to our audience. Okay, so that's the final question on here, and we've gone an hour-ish. So are there any final closing comments from anyone here? Cool, we'll wrap this up.
You didn't even let us think for a second. Damn.
I gave you do you have anything?
Well, I don't really like being under pressure like this. Thank you very much.
Well,
I was going to say I've enjoyed working with you lot, but it's not
wow. PS1 is better than we're gonna keep it that. We're gonna keep that. I'm gonna follow it. PS1 is better than Dreamcast. PS2 is one of the greatest consoles of all time. Isaac, we need you to come back and code a way that can edit our podcasts. I guess that's AI. We need something. That way it's not as grueling as Andy, and therefore we can envision the studio.
It's possible.
It's smart. It's the brains
that
behind the
operation,
operation,
drunk, but I agree with everything else.
You're just gonna have to accept my hot takes. It is what it is.
It's the whole package, man. You can't.
No, you can agree to
You have to
disagree.
love him the way that he is.
Of course. Okay, I think we'll end it there. I think I've always vision. Oh yeah, we'll hit 100 and 200, etc. easy, and actually going in and doing the work when you're the one editing and making sure that stuff is up to code and is able to go out and stuff like that is it's really impressive to know that we've been going for 5 years and 100 episodes. So I'm very proud of the work that we've all put in. I think it was meant to be this way with these people, and I'm very happy and excited to see what comes the next 100 episodes way. I'm hoping that we don't slow down at all. I'm hoping that Streamcast continues to grow and do more great things the way we've adapted several times. I'm sure we'll do it again and remain a big player in this game. So yeah, cheers to 100 episodes, guys. Appreciate you.
Cheers. Oh, actually, I do have something I think I'd like to say, because we get told this a lot of the time. I just want to say that I'm really thankful to be in the group that we're in, because I think, especially as a girl, joining a group of guys, I don't think I've ever felt this comfortable to be in a collective in this way, being the only woman. And I think you guys have set a precedent of how you want to behave as people, but also as a brand. And we've repeatedly got told by people in our community and people that meet us how much they like us, how much they feel comfortable and they feel welcome. So I'd say I'm definitely thankful for that. And I'd like to continue on with the group, because genuinely, and I don't like to say nice stuff, but I'm going to power through it. I think you guys are a great group of people.
So okay. Brave.
Thank
Don't
you.
Don't die on us.
Wow.
Braver than the troops.
Wow, much brave.
That's so sweet.
That is true. Of course, yeah. No, of course.
Oh, I was just going to say, female ferrets die if they do not mate once they go into heat.
Cool. Yeah, no.
Thank you for that.
It is really. There have been many times where people have said, "Yeah, you actually have a dope safe space," and we're not the only brand out here trying to make a safe space. So it does mean a lot when people actually say, "Oh, you're actually doing what you're saying. Like, I can bring my partner, I can bring my child around, and you're gonna look after them. It's a safe vibe. No one's gonna have a hashtag or a twit longer after the event and put the brand into shame or disrepute." So it is good. The brand has been. It literally means everything to me. So the fact that I'm with such great people who protect the brand and have the same amount of respect and knowledge that I have, and reverence towards it, it means a lot. I appreciate you all, because you have proven me right. You haven't let me down. So yeah, once again, I want to say thank you to all of you.
The scandal's coming. Go on.
Wait, I thought the scandal.
Speak for yourself, Troy.
To be honest, yeah, I think we've done pretty good avoiding scandals, because some of us have loose mouths, and I'm including myself in that. But we've done pretty well. We're well behaved.
Yeah. Here's to the next 100 podcast episodes. I can't wait for this to go out, and I'm very excited for the next big thing that we do. But until the next episode, until episode 101, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay safe. We'll see you on the next Streamcast.
Bye.
They say that all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe and you see that statement is not true. See, normally, if you go 1-on-1 with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal, so you got a 25% chance at best to beat me. Then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastic go down. See the three-way at Sacrifice? You got a 33 and a third chance of winning, but I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning, because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even gonna try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance, minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at Sacrifice, where you take my 75% chance of winning if we was to go on 1-on-1, and then add 66 and 2/3% chance, and I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spelled disaster for you at Sacrifice.